As I just said, that when you're too desperate to achieve something, it can actually backfire at times.
गौतम मेरा आपने जवाब दिया कि इतना ज़्यादा प्रेशर था, तो आप इससे ज़्यादा प्रेशर आपने केकेआर के कप्तान के रूप में झेला है। वहाँ आपने परफॉर्म किया या क्यों नहीं कर पाए? क्या आपके पास पर्याप्त साधन नहीं है या आपको उस तरह की टीम नहीं बदल गई?
तो मुझे लगता है कि शायद जब मैंने ज्वाइन करी थी तो मैं 28 साल की उम्र का था, मैं 36 साल की उम्र का हूँ, तो वही एक रीज़न भी हो सकता है कि 28 साल में ज़्यादा प्रेशर हैंडल कर सकते हैं 36 साल में।
Shreyas, you will have, of course, the support of a lot of people, but at the same time, it's a very crucial stage. And as a young captain, you probably have this one tournament you're coming from winning in the domestic season. How are you looking at the challenge, and what is it that's going through your mind? Can you share that with us?
Well, I'm really loving the responsibility they've put upon me, and also the faith they show upon me. And yeah, I mean, I love facing challenges, as I've said in my previous interviews as well. And it's a great opportunity for me to prove myself, and also, to get the team to the highest level possible. And yeah, I don't see any remarks or anything, which can let me down by getting this responsibility.
What I want to ask you, how do you see this challenge? What are the things that's now going through your mind?
Well, I mean, I just got the news today afternoon, and I wasn't thinking much about it, but it was really well executed by all three of them. We conducted a meeting, and we didn't plan much about the game so far. So obviously, there's a lot to learn from Vicky Ponting and also Gautam Bhai, because they'll be mentoring around us, and it will be a great success definitely coming forward.
Just following up from that. That's actually it's my job now. It's my job. It's Gautam's job. It's all the players' job now to make Shreyas' job as easy as possible on the field. We've got a couple of training days before the game comes around. It's up to us as coaches to make sure that the guys train hard, they train well, but more importantly to make sure they're prepared for what's going to come up in the game. And a big part of coaching is making sure the captain's got everything that he needs to be well prepared for the challenge. So there's no extra pressure on Shreyas Iyer at all. We want him to go out and play the way he's been playing. He's been playing terrifically well, and that's what we want to create around our team. We want to have a nice, relaxed environment. Sure, things are getting tougher for us, but it's just a great challenge that we've got with a new young captain, and we're all excited to see how it works out for us over the next few weeks.
And just to answer that gentleman's question again, my position is always tenable. I'm out there, and I'm the first one who will resign and raise my hand for the team, always, okay? So let me answer that. It's for the owners to decide, and I still believe we've got 8 games to go. So we are still, the league is now finished till the last ball is bowled. So we still believe we can win as a championship. We can have this dialogue first, and I will be the first one to submit my resignation. It's up to the owners to decide what they want to do. So let me be very clear. I still believe in the team we have. We have the best talent out there, and we have the best coaches and the best players. So I think let's give us some credit. We might just turn around this. And there's been history behind in IPL before, and I'm a firm believer that we can do that this year. Thank you.
Last four, Amit first. I have 2 questions. One is it too early to just say pattern and testing like all the players work together right up to the start? And second one is when do you take the decision? Look, I think it's never too early and it's never too late as well. So I sometimes when your conscience says that obviously as a player and as a leader where you should have been, because I've always set really high standards for myself as a player, and if I'm not able to achieve that, obviously then it starts putting doubt in your mind that obviously whether you actually have put enough weight to be in the playing 11. At the same time your team hasn't performed, so as a leader of the group you take that responsibility as well. And obviously when I spoke to my wife, obviously she said that as a leader you've given opportunities to other players, you've given 14-15 opportunities, why only 4 to yourself? And my only answer was that I've set different standards for my own self as compared to what I set standards for other people. And sometimes when you're not able to achieve those standards, obviously you've got to put your hand up and say that I was not good enough. And that is all, because I thought the bell started ringing, especially after the last game, that we should have won. And again, sometimes after those games, when you dig deep inside,
looking for answers, and sometimes when you get that answer and you decide that okay, it's time.
Lastly,
This is for Mr. Dua. When in your opening remarks, you kept on saying that you will continue to mentor the players and the captain. Does this mean Mr. Gambhir will not continue as a player?
No, I'm not saying he's not continuing. He's very much with us, and he's continuing as a. When I say he's a player mentor, that's how it is. It's up to him whether he feels fit to play, and it's up to the coach to decide what the playing 11 is with the captain, and it's their call. It's no one. I'm no one to decide that. And as a management, we never tell them who to play and what to play. It's completely their call, and I think they can answer that question better than I do, Ricky.
How do you see? We have 8 more games to go. I mean, we have a realistic chance of making it on top. I mean, in the top 4.
I honestly believe we do. Absolutely. I've said that from day one, and my opinion hasn't changed or wavered at all. I think through this tournament we've been able to play some really good cricket, and it's been a couple of overs here and there in almost every contest has cost us the game. And I think we saw that again the other night with our first home game. You know, how close we got on the back of, you know, a pretty ordinary power play and losing wickets at the back end of our batting power play really ended up costing us the game. You know, even up in Rajasthan, you know, Jaipur, that first game, rain came in and sort of washed us away a little bit, and we were a good chance. We felt we were in a really strong position in that game as well. So look, we've shown some really positive signs, but we've also shown that the difference between our best cricket and our worst cricket, the gap has been too vast, and we need to bring that gap a little bit tighter and be more consistent through the course of 40 overs in every game. I think we've done it for 35, 36 overs in most games and not been able to put a complete game together. So I honestly absolutely do feel that we've got a good enough squad of players to be able to turn things around and turn things around quickly. And let's not forget, we've got a lot of home games coming up still as well. So we've got still 6 home games to go. Obviously the last 4 games of the tournament are home games. So look, our next game obviously is the most important game. We need to put out a great performance in our next game and start working on from there. But you know, I'll make sure that the guys work hard. I'll make sure that the guys are well prepared, and when we take the field in our next game, hopefully there's a different result for us.
Ricky, this is not uncommon in Australia, where captain takes responsibility and just moves on. From that point of view, was it shocking for you, an Indian captain, especially in a tournament like IPL, taking this kind of decision? And do you think this is going to be the trend in IPL in future, especially the Indian captains who are struggling, not necessarily in this season, maybe in future? He sets the template for that.
Oh, look, I think Gautam deserves a lot of credit for the way he's handled this situation. It's really unheard of before in Indian cricket for a senior player to put his hand up and say, I don't feel like I'm playing well enough, and for the team's sake, I'm going to stand down. You know, I did it when I was at Mumbai as a player. I knew that I had better players that I was keeping out of the side, and obviously Gautam's decided to do the right thing. And I'll back up what Hemant had to say. I think it's a really good opportunity for the media and the public to just really give him some credit for what he's done. It doesn't happen every day. It might not happen again in Indian cricket or in IPL cricket. You see someone of his stature, of his talent and his ability and his overall cricketing record, just to say, you know, I think it's time for a change of direction for this team. So, you know, I'm proud of what he's done. I'm sure all of his younger teammates are exceptionally proud of the fact that he stood up and said that to the team today, and he's created an opportunity for one of India's best young players to have the chance to captain his franchise. So, please, everyone out there, give him the credit he deserves over the next couple of weeks.
Absolute final question. Gautam, this is for you. Where do you see yourself as a player from here on, continuing your future from here on?
I don't know. I think it's too early for me to decide on that as well. Obviously, at the moment, it was all about team. That's why I've taken this decision. Let's see. Let me sit down and decide. I think I still need some more time to think about that as well. Where I go, where my game, where I as an individual goes from here on. But at the moment, it's in the middle of the competition, and it's about what DD achieves in the next 8 games is more important to me as compared to what I achieve in the next 8 games. So I think, or what I achieve in future as well. At the moment, it's all about DD. I think we should all concentrate in achieving the results which we are looking for, and we still have a great chance or an absolute possibility of turning things around and being in the playoffs. So let's talk about DD at the moment, not about myself.